Our sponsors this month are Shropshire Drone Services. If you're looking for aerial video or photography in Shropshire, then they can help you. Go to shropshiredroneservices.co.uk or speak to Matt at 07800 689 209. Whether you're looking for crisp video or perfect photography from anywhere in Shropshire, they can help you. They come highly recommended from the Shrewsbury Biscuit. We asked them for some help with our website, and they delivered crisp, perfect footage of our town in Shrewsbury. That's shropshiredroneservices.co.uk. You will not be disappointed, folks. Right then, what a great episode this is you're about to listen to. Took the microphone and I went to speak to Shrewsbury Up and Comers under 11 girls and the great coaching staff there as well. It's a great episode. I think you'll agree. I've got some great atmospherics that I really enjoyed capturing. It's really nice to get in the microphone and having a walk around. I really do like that. It's something I don't do as much anymore, but when I do it, it's fantastic. I wanted to just quickly say to you guys before we get into this that the next episode we're about to release of the Shrewsbury Biscuit is two-parter, okay? So I'm going to release it on Friday. I'm going to call it Drawn Friday because our coverage of Drawn at the Flax Mill is all going to be dumped, released, and available for you guys to listen to on Friday. As you're listening to this, what is even the date on Friday? Brings up his calendar, Friday the 12th. So Friday the 12th is Drawn Friday. You can listen to both parts of our coverage of Drawn. So if we spoke to you, that'd be great to listen to. Give it a share as well. And also, if you weren't able to make it and you wanted to know what was going on with some of the artists and who was there, that's great too. And also, we got a great interview with Charlie Adlard. We always have these great chats with Charlie. We talked about anything but comic books. Really, we talked about we talked about horror movies and lots of other things that aren't anything to do with comic books. But it's great. I really enjoyed it, honestly. So thank you to Cherie and to the guys that organised Drawn. It was fantastic. We made some new friends and we got to catch up with some more old friends too. So make sure you catch up with that episode on Friday the 12th. Drawn two-parter. Anyway, leading on to this episode, I hope you enjoy it. If you are on this podcast, if you like this podcast, whatever it may be, just give it a share for us, please, because we really do appreciate that kind of support. Anyway, enjoy the episode. I'll catch you on the other end, guys. Peace out.
Inside your foot, so you on this side by the cones, inside your foot. So Anya's going to throw it to me, and I'm going to do a nice.
Hi guys, welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. I'm coming to you guys from the London Road SCAT campus. We are on the football fields at the moment. I'm with Adam Pfeiffer, and we're in the midst of an under 11s girls football training session. This is something that's really, really important when we want to try and do. Create positive influences with sport. We have to start from the very bottom, create positive background so that it can move forward. And these guys are doing something quite special. Right, so I found Adam.
Hi.
How are you?
Alex, I'm okay, thank you. And you?
Last time we met was the Mayor's Award. How was that for you?
Well, that was quite nice. It was really nice to be awarded and meet a lot of other people who on that kind of events, you can see how much individual and organization do for communities. It's like you when promoting the different events or just attend to event to just share the good words about many different stuff.
Yeah, how long have you been in Shropshire for?
In Shropshire,
UK. How long? What's your story?
16 years, 17 years. And well, first when I came, it was mainly purely for job. I thought that I would spend a few months in UK and come back to Poland. But well, when you compare lifestyle and many different factors, I decided to stay. And sometime after I met my future wife, and we just decided to put our roots in here, in Shrewsbury, in Shropshire, and we just stay.
It's a great place to set a future, isn't it?
Shrewsbury?
It's
the best place.
I love that. It's the best. I love that. And coaching? Is this something that you've always done? Is this new to you? How long have you been coaching for?
I'm coaching since 4 years, because first I done that only with my 2 kids, my older son, who's 15 now, and my daughter, which is just turning 11. And then, well, apparently my son, it was very easy to find a team for my son, because the boys football is very established, it's very popular, it's very easy to find a team. But with the girls football teams, it was much harder. That's why when I'm asked a question who required the place for the girls, my daughter first, she played in the boys team. She was only one girl in the team. But
how was that for her emotionally?
Fine. It's really, I think it wasn't that difficult. It was quite, she feel comfortable, because anyway it was a group of her friends from the school. Then It was pretty easy. But you see even on that early stage that it's quite a big difference between boys and girls. The boys, they straight away much more competitive, and the girls, they a little bit like less gentle, let's say. And anyway, I'm asked some question about the girls teams, and one of the chairman, he said that why not set up the girls team, and we just share the words, and that is how we start to have a 2 girls team.
It's really nice to see. I mean, since the very first time they started putting women's teams in the FIFA football game, there's been a bit of a push, a bit of a surge towards women's football in general. Do you feel that are you all for that? I mean, how was that for you having a young girl?
To be fair, even they went to see to watch the final game, England against Germany, in one of the local places, and they really enjoyed that. They feel like it was quite good encouragement for them, and just they can see how massive impact it have women football in their life, how much they can achieve, and I think that was quite good encouragement even for them.
I feel like we are living in a great time for inclusivity and equality. It's a bit of rough and go. It's not. There's a lot of people are not for it, but I feel like they are definitely making positive strides in when it comes to movies, when it comes to TV, when it comes to sports, inclusivity in general. I feel like they're making positive strides, but it's hard, isn't it, when the general populace is kind of struggling to accept it a little bit, aren't they?
Yes, because even it's a quite good, exciting time about diversity, inclusivity. That's very, very correct. However, you can still see a huge amount of gap between how much, for example, I know that everything is about the money, but when you're comparing how much money is invested in the boys football and girls football, it's a massive gap. And even if you look on the number of the teams, of the boys team and girls team, it's still a lot of work to do. And hopefully by the promotion like you're doing, we have more attention, the more people will be interested to sign up their daughters to the local teams. It will be more parents who will be happy to run the teams. Let's hope. I'm really hope.
So you guys are under the flag of Shrewsbury Up and Comers, right?
Yes.
That's Timmy, my little boy. He went to. You probably met him at the international buffet. Actually, he was there. He used to come to Shrewsbury Up and Comers. We tried with football. He's all about singing and dancing more than football, though. So that's his thing. But they're very, very good at what they do, right?
Yeah. Well, club exists 50 years, over 50 years now. Then it's, in my opinion, it's quite a big achievement in the local communities. And when you think how many kids enjoy with the football, how many kids they were involved in the football, I'm sure that it has massive impact in the local communities.
Yeah, when we used to come, the all-weather pitches were full, absolutely full. If you were to gather all the Shrewsbury girls teams, would it have the same impact? Would it be so many people? I mean, how would that look?
Well, because we can see that how much girls team playing, and even if we have a home games in here in the SCAT, then it's maybe on Saturday afternoon, Saturday mornings, like 3-4 teams playing on the SCAT. But when you're coming on the next day, on the Sunday, when the boys league playing, the SCAT is full, AstroTurf is full, grass pitches they full. Then we can physically, by the visual, we can see how much is a different in the boys and girls football.
We were just chatting off mic as well. You're saying it's been a bit of a slow progression. Like, you haven't got a full team yet, but this is your 3rd season, did you say?
Yeah. That is our 1st season.
Yeah. So how have you been finding, sort of bringing in these young girls and giving them an opportunity to play, recruiting new players? Is that easy?
No, it's not easy, especially initially in the first stage. It was quite difficult because we were very reliant on the word of mouth by the parents, because even like from our original team, maybe it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls still in the same team. When you think on the first season we had the 14, then it's only half of the squad still with us. But finding replacement, it was quite difficult and challenging for us, but because, I don't know, one girl from the one school playing the football, she spoke with her friends and the parents, they were more interesting as well. Then straight away we have a little bit more attention as well. It was quite a challenge, but it's much, much easier now.
That's really nice to hear that at least you are making some progress, Because I imagine there are lots of, probably hundreds of girls football teams across the country. Have you looked at other people's setups and got a bit of advice off other people run teams? Have you taken influence from other places or across the country?
Well, to be fair, I will say that we're more relying on our own skills and interpersonal skills, communication skills. And I'll be honest with you, I think from our point of view, manager point of view, we're more proud that we create a group of friends. It's not only a football team, but when you look on them, how they behave on and off pitch, we can see how much they create a group of friends. For us, it was quite important.
One of my favourite TV shows at the moment, Ted Lasso. One of my favourite movies of all time, Coach Carter. I love
nice. Yeah.
I love that film. You will wear a suit on match days. You will address me as sir. It's all about, like, when it comes to coaching, and I've spoken to coaches of all sorts, life coaches, sports coaches, business coaches. I've spoken to people that it's all about, like you just said, developing the human being to go out there to be a better human being.
Yeah, it's not only about the winning and losing the games, but it's more how develop their own skills, create, as I said, a group of friends, create a good social group for them. It's to be fair, we do that voluntary, me, Marv and Jess. We're not completely not paid for
Marv, that's his name. I mentioned at the beginning. There's another coach here. I forgot his name. I will grab him in a sec. I've just been chatting to him as well. You can't do this alone. Is it just the two of you then? So there's three of you, do you say?
Yeah, three of us. And a 4 person is like admin support, which is massive help for us as well.
Have you got a social media presence as well for you?
Through as a club, yes. As a team, no, because
we need to sort this out. We need to create some Cobra Kai style social media for you guys.
Okay, we know that we can have you.
Hey man, this is the field I'm moving into. Let's help you. We can do this. I'm all for this. I'm a big champion for equality, inclusivity. And we were talking at the Mayor's Awards. I'm like, as soon as I see a clip of women's football and I dive into the comments, it's misogyny. It's horrible, nasty men that are like, I could do it better, and it's terrible.
It's pointless to watch, why people paying, why the Sky should to show that. Yeah, but when you look even, yes, the girls, women footballs make a mistake, but when you compare to the boys and professional men's football, they make a simple, silly mistake so often as well. I still remember when that goalkeeper from Aston Villa, one of the players throw the ball throw in, and the ball just rolled under his feet.
Yeah, was that Taibi?
Yeah,
who was that? I can't remember.
Semi-amateur's mistake, but that was the professional.
That was Rob Green. I'm sure it was Rob Green. Oh.
Possibly. But you see, and even those people, they make a mistake. They professional goalkeeper, professional football players, they make a mistake. But I'm still don't really understand that why a lot of adults, a lot of young people, they still make jokes from the women football, from the girls football. They're saying that it's a pointless to watch, or guys, they should spend the time in the kitchen. No, they shouldn't.
Terrible things to say. And I don't want to ask any of these young girls about that today. I want to talk about positivity. I want to be positivity. But from your experience, speaking to these young girls, are they aware of that world? Are they aware that it exists? And if they do, are they spurred on by it?
I think partially they are, not fully. But partially, yes, because sometimes they meet up like that daily challenging in the school anyway. Then
I want to cover this on the whole. I want to take those negatives and turn them into a positive, if you know what I mean. Because I feel like what you're doing here is really, really, really important.
It's we're doing that because we feel that they deserve for better. They deserve to live in better world. They deserve to their abilities and skills, they should be appreciated. Because when you think about them, look how many of them is 16, 17. They all young, brave girls who decide to fighting with discrimination and fight with that prejudice about women's football.
And they're having fun. You can probably hear that on the background and on the audio. They're laughing, they're joking, and they're getting stuck in as well. Absolutely belting these balls. I'm doing penalty practice at the moment by the looks of it. Wonderful stuff that you're doing. I want to thank you for inviting me today. I mean, we're going to carry on getting some interviews today.
Well, thank you for your coming. That is more important.
I love this. This is great. This is what I live for. Coming out here and not only getting involved with the community, but making great content too. So,
yeah, but in my opinion, when you're just speaking with every coach from every team, honestly, when you look on the every manager, they do that for community. It's sometimes I speak with the other managers, they don't have their sons or daughters in the team, but they're still coaching because they enjoy that. They feel that it's a great positive contribution of what they're doing.
I promise you, fine. So I'm with Jess, one of the coaches from the the Shrewsbury Up and Comers under 11s, right?
Yes.
Yes. How long have you been helping out here?
This is my second year coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is this important to you?
It is, yeah. It's really good because I started here because I actually did a voluntary day, just helping out because I play for the ladies. So I just come in, just show my face, and I just loved it ever since, and I've just stayed, and that's been 2 years now.
We're just talking about the growth and the development of women's football over the last few years. Has there been a lot of positive strides with, like, including women's teams on FIFA, the Lionesses going out and doing their thing? Is it something that you'd like to see?
It is, and ever since the Lionesses won the Euros, it's hit off massively, and especially in both of them, girls football and women's football, it's just hit off like amazingly. It's brilliant. And
the life of a coach, seeing these young minds develop and developing people, young people into strong human beings. That's the life of a coach, right? You're here to develop them as human beings, not as well as sports people.
Oh gosh, yeah. They learn so many life skills during this. It's great because football's just not a sport. It's socialising skills. It's everything. Coordination. It could be mental health, mental well-being. It's everything.
Absolutely, and gelling as a team is very important, as we all know. I was asking Adam about the world of misogyny we live in, with the comments on Facebook, the terrible things people say. I didn't want to ask any of these young girls about that, because that's terrible. Are they aware of this world, and is it something that you guys are trying to fight against?
I think as they're older, like these are all year 6s going into year 7s, and especially with social media nowadays, like I work at a primary school as well, and even children in like primary schools from the age of 8, they all know about it, and these are under 11, and they know a lot more than what they put out to be.
Yeah, it's but you guys are doing great things. I feel like, does that help? Does that give you a bit of fire to fight?
Happily. Any like negative comments, like the girls here or anything, they 100% fight at it.
That's what I like to
during
hear.
it. It's brilliant to watch them. They get so committed, and their effort is outstanding.
And what are Adam and Marv like to work with?
Pain.
They're a pain, are they?
They are a pain. No, they're really good. And because I only just recently started like properly coaching with them, they have brought me along so wow, and it's really nice to see that how they treat younger coaches.
Well, I think you guys do genuinely wonderful things for the community, and I thank you for helping develop these young minds into great, better human beings, and being, strong women and great sports people as well.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Dave Pritchard. I'm the father of Emily Pritchard.
Wonderful. How long's Emily been coming to the training session?
She's been here just under 2 years now.
Wow, 2 years. So this is something very young on. She's like, football.
Yeah, she's. I mean, we started off kicking the ball around in the garden as you do, and we got a goal. And I'm mainly in goal. I'm the goalie, and she's the striker. And we played in the garden for a while, and then one of our friends, family friends, said that she's got a good kick on her. She should have a go at having a go at some training. So my wife did a bit of research, found Marv's number or email address or something on a website, contacted him, and then he said, "Come and try out." So we came and tried it. She loved it straight away. So we've been did training to start with, because there wasn't any spaces at that time. We were doing 7-a-side at that time, and then went up to 9-a-side, and then there was a place on the team for matches and training matches every week, and it's been coming ever since.
Speaking of like low spaces and not having the capacity, do you think there's enough going on in Shrewsbury for girls football?
I mean, I've only been subject to the girls here and the teams that we play, so I'm not really sure, to be honest, either way. From what I've seen, there's quite a few teams in Shrewsbury in the local area, so I think it's an up-and-coming thing, and there seems to be more opportunities for girls. Seems to be that way anyway.
I was just talking to Jess about, the life of a coach isn't necessarily all about making sure they can kick a ball properly. It's about developing a human being and to go on to do better, greater things. Yeah. Have you seen development in Emily since she's been coming here as someone?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, her confidence has grown since she's been part of the team. I mean, she was very quiet when she came here. I mean, she tends to be a bit of one of the quieter girls, I would say, but she has come out of herself. She has a bit of a laugh and that, and also like Marv, the coaches, they arrange extra curricular stuff to do as well as the football. We've been to football matches, England football matches for the England women, the Lionesses. They have after match get-togethers and at the Nalgo, and we've been to discos and stuff. We've got some stuff arranged for later on this year for the girls, just to be friendly with each other, get to know each other a bit better, and to gel as a team, I suppose.
We were talking a bit earlier about the golf and the difference in like the boys' football and the girls. And this isn't me trying to poke the fire with I'm just trying to understand like where we are with women's football and how influential this actually is. Going forward. Creating a positive foundation going forward for young girls' football. There is a bit of a difference, isn't there, with the boys and the girls' football?
Yeah, there is. There definitely is a difference. I mean, everything. I think culture around football is set up around males and boys at the moment, but I think that is changing slowly, especially with like what happened last summer with the Lionesses and everything.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, the girls. I would say the girls are not at the same level as their equivalent boys are at the same age, because I feel like boys sort of live and breathe football. Some of these girls live and breathe football, but a lot of them are doing it more for fun at the moment, and perhaps later on as they progress they'll get more into it and start living and breathe it like the boys do. But a lot of it is more about the fun. I mean, Emily at the moment is swearing. She doesn't want to do it professionally. She wants to. She's just in it for the fun, really, and for the team and to enjoy playing football. But I think there's definitely differences between the boys and the girls at the same age. But I think the gap's getting smaller.
I remember I tried to bring my lad to the up and comers. He's 8 years old. He's more about singing and dancing. He goes get your wiggle on rather than football.
Yeah.
But I remember even when he was like 5 years old, I'd bring him, and some of the kids would absolutely destroy me as an adult guy. Like you said, some kids really are for it.
Yeah.
I think this is great, and I feel like a testament to Marv and to Adam there for doing what they do. And thank you so much for chatting with me today. Is there any sort of advice you'd want to give to any parents out there that have got a young girl that wants to get out there and play football?
I would say, don't hesitate. Come have a go, because you don't have to commit to anything at the start. You can just come and do training. There's some girls that have come and done training, and they don't do the matches. They just come and train, and they just enjoy the kickabout on a weekday, and they don't really want to play football competitively. Just come for the kick around. So if your daughter's like that, just come and have a train. Enjoy kicking the ball about, and if they get into it from that point, it's a jumping off point for playing matches and getting a bit more competitive and
having a bit of fun.
Yeah,
that's great. Would any of you guys like to chat? Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Louise.
Hi, Louise.
Hi.
I'm Alex.
I'm Jess's mum.
Jess's mum.
Yeah.
Okay. How long's Jess been coming?
I think about nearly 3 years now, I think, approximately. Wow. Yeah, so she loves it, yeah.
How's she come on since joining?
I think her confidence has definitely grown. She's quite competitive anyway, but it's been really good for her confidence. She's kind of come out of herself a little bit, definitely.
Wonderful. And what are your thoughts on the coaches?
I think they're fantastic, actually. They're amazing. They are so thoughtful, and they organise brilliant events. They recently had an empowerment event, and they got some speakers.
I love the word empowerment. It's great, isn't it? I really do like.
It is. So I think that was fantastic. There was lots of the girls there, and Jess loved it. She said it was great, and they're really brilliant. They just want them to have fun, and they want them to, win if they can. But that's not the main aim, which is.
I like that because you see like in the movies in America, they're like, if you don't win, you lose, all that sort of. But like, it's all about this. I mean, I was just recording now. They're having so much fun up there.
They are, yeah, and they've really sort of bonded as a team. Because Jess goes to school with Gracie, but she didn't know any of the other girls. And it's been great. I think it's great for them to have a different friendship group outside of school as well. So it's been really positive. And she wants to come every week, and in the summer they train twice a week. And then they've got their game at the weekend. And she just loves it.
You can notice that in your kid, can't you, when they really want to get back to it. Like I said, my boy does get you wiggle on, and he's just like, yes, I can't wait to go. That's his thing.
Great. Yeah, it's fab. I know, it's brilliant. And I think it's great to be part of a team like that as well.
Yeah, teamwork's so important.
Yeah, really, really good. So it's taught them a lot of good skills, sort of working together. I think they work and communicate really well together. So
wonderful.
That's good.
Well, thank you so much for chatting to me, guys. It's been really nice getting to know you guys. Thank you. Cheers. Hi guys, I'm Alex. I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Grace. And I'm Gracie.
Grace and Gracie.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got to get that right, haven't I? Otherwise I'm in trouble. How long have you guys been playing here?
About nearly 2 years.
Yeah, nearly 2 years. I've been playing a bit longer than you, I think. Yeah.
You enjoy it coming here?
Yeah, it's very fun.
What's the best thing about coming to this training here?
Probably the matches at the end.
Yeah.
I like doing them, yeah.
Like getting stuck in?
Yeah.
I like also being with a group of people that enjoy the same activities
They
and
have the
stuff.
same interests.
Yeah.
Yeah, what positions do you guys play? Or do
Defence normally.
I'm normally a striker.
striker? Have you got a good foot? You can score a lot of goals?
Apparently, yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Do you guys have proper matches? Are you in a league or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have matches on Saturdays.
Yeah. What are the challenges for coming to this training here? What do you find difficult? Something that you can work towards?
We practice lots of different skills. So we'll be really good at one thing and then we'll come to another and then we'll try our hardest and we don't quite get it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the good things is that when we're here and we get put in our normal positions, but then other times
Outfield.
we get put, for example, Grace is normally in defence, she'll get put outfield, in midfield or striker, and I'll get put in defence, just try something new. So we know everything. It's kind of like an all-round experience sort of thing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because sometimes you got to learn to do something you're not quite good at.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes that makes you better at the things you are good at because you kind of realise how good you are at it.
Yeah.
And what are the coaches like?
Very good. They teach us a lot of stuff and they're very fun.
Yeah.
They're patient and they understand when you don't know how to do something. They don't get angry. They just explain it to you.
Yeah, and who's the best at football out of the two of them? Marv or Adam?
Marv.
Marv's the best at football, is he?
Yeah.
Is he the best one?
Jess out of the coaches, but yeah.
Jess? Marv and Jess.
On the
Very good.
Shrewsbury girls football team, so
And what teams do you guys support, by the way?
Liverpool.
Man United.
Man United. They ain't got nothing on Shrewsbury. Tell you, Shrewsbury are kicking butt at the moment. You guys go to the local games at Shrewsbury?
I do sometimes, and I only support Liverpool because of my brother. He's somewhere over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm kind of forced to support them, really.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Have you been to many of the Shrewsbury games?
Yeah, I'm going the next match that they play.
Oh, the Sheffield Wednesday game.
Yeah.
Full. I went to one. We actually went to one as a team once.
Yeah, we go quite a
I think,
lot.
yeah.
Every season.
Yeah, and have you been to see any of the Shrewsbury women's play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were ball girls for them at one point.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
We also went to an England game once.
Yeah.
You went to see the Lionesses?
Yeah, they played Germany. It was in the Arnold Clark Cup, and when they won the league, I think.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I think you guys are wonderful, and what you're doing is great. You're having fun, you're learning, and you're getting better and stronger every time, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. And what would you say to any young girls listening to this that want to get out and play some football in Shrewsbury?
I would say just go for it, because before I did this, I didn't like football, and then I went to one of these trainings, and immediately I just wanted to go every single week. And it's just a lot of fun on a Saturday, and it's exercise as well. It's like every Saturday, it's like a routine, and I just really like it.
Yeah, yourself?
It's just like a go for it. Don't think twice about it, and don't compare yourself to others, because if you do that, you'll find yourself in a position where you don't think you're good enough to play.
Play your own game.
Yeah. And just do it. Don't have second thoughts.
Yeah, don't get put down by other people. They're just go for what you want to do, and don't listen to anyone else if they're trying to put you off doing it.
Also, just have a go at like school, because no one's gonna care if you don't score a goal.
Get stuck in.
Yeah.
It's much bigger in your head when you think about it. If you don't score, it's just don't overthink it, and
You guys are teaching me some great philosophy now. Great minds for young people. Well done. Great comments. Thank you so much. I'm not going to keep you from your training, because you guys are here to have fun. So have a great training session, and thank you so much for chatting to me.
It's all right. Thank you for taking us.
Cheers. We have to do that again. Forgot to press record. It happens sometimes. Even the pros can get it wrong sometimes. So would you like to introduce yourself again, please?
I'm Anya, and I play for Up and Comers Eagles.
Yes. Okay. And we were just saying, what's the best thing here? What do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy that you have to learn new skills to get past other players, and while concentrating on your position and not just going around everywhere in the field.
So you relish the challenge. You enjoy the challenge.
Yeah.
Big smile there when I said that. And what's the biggest challenges? What's the hardest thing about coming here?
I'd say probably not getting yelled at by the coaches.
And who's the best coach at football here?
My dad.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Well, I've heard Marv and Jess. So we've got to have a competition here of some sort. Maybe we could have a penalty shootout at the end of this, maybe, in the coaches. Yeah?
Maybe.
Yeah. What footballers do you look at to get inspiration? Professional footballers, obviously.
Probably Lewandowski or Cristiano Ronaldo, because I liked Ronaldo since I was little, and Lewandowski because we've watched practically every single Poland game. Yeah. So I've seen him play, so I got inspired by him as well.
Wonderful. My boy's 8. He's just everywhere he goes. He loves Cristiano Ronaldo too. What messages have you got to any young girls out there that want to come out and play football?
If you want to play football, don't let anyone stop you from playing it. Although people say only boys can play, that's not true.
Yeah, it's really important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today. I won't keep you from your training. Go score some goals, all right?
Yeah.
Thank you. See, even the pros get it wrong sometimes. We did a good chat there, and I forgot to press record. She was fantastic, wonderful. If you want to play football, don't let anyone stop you. So I found some more parents lurking around over here at the side of the pitch. Hello, I'm Alex.
I'm from nice to meet you, Alex.
I'm from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Matt. I've got 2 girls playing in this team.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
And yourself?
I'm Neil, and I'm Molly's dad.
Wonderful. How long have your girls been coming today? After this?
Today, about half an hour. But,
about half an hour. But words and things.
But 2 years. 2
Wow.
years, yeah. April 2 years ago, and it's been one of the best things they've ever done. Really, they love it.
Wonderful. What qualities do you think the training sessions like this give your girls going forward in life?
I think enormous confidence. I think the fact that they can play with other girls. When they said 2 years ago they wanted to do football, I was surprised because they hadn't mentioned it before. But the fact they come into a group which is brilliantly run by the management team, they just absolutely love the whole community and the matches. It's just amazing. It's given them enormous confidence and fitness.
I've just been chatting to a couple of the girls now, and I've been asking them, what messages would you give to young girls if they want to play football? And almost all of them said, don't let anybody stop you if you want to play football. And it was quite really uplifting to hear, but quite sad at the same time as well, that they feel like they have to say that, right?
I'm surprised. I mean, when we spoke 2 years ago about doing a sport, a team sport, part of it was due to lockdown, saying we need to do something where you can be part of a group. And I didn't think of football. So we just let them decide. So look, what do you want to do? And they both said football. We said, okay, we'll find a team. And luckily Marv had been recommended. So that's why we came. And it's not just the football. They organise a lot of events outside of football, to really try and sort of keep all the girls together. And it feels like a real big family. It's one of the best things we've done. I really do think it's amazing.
Yeah, and they went to go see the Lionesses as well, right?
Absolutely.
And come in!
Absolutely, yeah. I'm amazed that Marv's got a real job. You know, the amount of hours he puts in. You know, we know how much effort is put in, and we all really appreciate it. So yeah, I think I'll be disappointed if the girls said they didn't want to come again. Yeah.
Wonderful. We all do these crazy, wacky things on the sides of our real jobs, like me. Well, thank you very much for chatting to me today. If you any parents listen to this that got young girls want to come play football, what would you say?
Absolutely do it. But and do it sooner rather than later, because it's just such a brilliant thing, and it's going to get big. It's going to get really big.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for chatting to me. Did you want to say anything?
Well, no, just basically, I don't think it's all about the skill factor. I think Molly's come here and she's now got 14 best friends. And it's, there isn't a single kid out there that you would not invite to your child's party. You know, they're having great fun, as you can see here. Listen to the laughter in the background. And yeah, as Matt just said, the guys are doing a great job. They're brilliant. From Saturdays to Mondays, Tuesdays, the amount of hours they put in, absolutely phenomenal. And all the girls are great, and they're loving it.
Brilliant. I love that. I love the whole sentiment, the whole thing behind it. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today.
No problem at all.
Brilliant. Thank you. We've got another great footballer to speak to. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Sienna, and I play for Up and Comers Eagles girls.
How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10. And how long have you been playing here for?
I've been playing here for about 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And we've been asking this: who's out of all these coaches, who's the best at football? Do you reckon?
Probably Jess.
Are we Jess?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try and organise a penalty shootout between the three of them at the end of this. Who do you reckon would score the most?
I reckon Marv, maybe.
Marv, maybe, yeah. What position do you like to play?
Centre mid.
Centre mid, yeah? Great. What's the best things you enjoy about coming here?
Coming and seeing my friends and being able to play a sport that I love doing, and like just being able to help my team and things like that.
Wonderful. And what's the biggest challenges here? What do you find the hardest?
Overcoming something that I've been trying to overcome, skills and things that quite hard.
Yeah. Like what? The skills or?
Skills like different positions and things where I haven't played yet, things like that. Just places in the pitch.
Wonderful. Positions, yeah. We were just talking about sometimes it's a good thing to learn about the things that you're not good at, so you realise what you are good at, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What would you say to any young girl out there that wants to go out there and play football for a place like this?
Don't let anyone stop you. I mean, if you like playing it, no one should restrict you from ever doing what you want to do. That's
very strong words. Thank you so much for chatting to me today. Go and enjoy your training, okay? Thank you.
One at a time, we're going to run out to the blue cones, in and out, as fast as we can, around the yellow post. And Gracie,
so you may have heard him in the background. I've got some great background audio of you doing your thing, man, motivating these girls. First of all, do you want to introduce yourself, Marv, properly?
Yeah, I'm Marv Chowdhury. I'm one of the managers for Up and Comers Under 11 Eagles girls and the Girls Development Officer for Up and Comers Football Club.
Yeah, and how long have you been doing this for?
Only about 3 years with the current team. So I've been with them for 3 years and been the Development Officer for the last 12 months.
Yeah, and what's the journey been like for you? Has it been a pleasant thing? Has it been challenging? Has it surprised you in any ways?
I can honestly say it has been nothing other than pleasant for me. It's been an absolutely fantastic journey. There's been ups and downs, but Up and Comers as a club are really welcoming, really friendly, really supportive. So that initial period when we started as a team and they were looking for coaches to step over and help, we were all a bit nervous. None of us really wanted to help out or give up our time, but as soon as we did step over and do that, they supported us, they've helped us through coaching qualifications. The most important thing is seeing the girls grow and develop in the last 3 years has been fantastic.
Chatting to some of the girls now, there were two of the girls, I just met them so I've forgotten their names, and they told me like some of the stuff they were saying was so brilliant. Honestly, it's uplifted me. Yeah, I mean, like they're so fantastic, especially a lot of the comments that I heard about. You know, I asked them for any sort of advice for young girls listening to this that may want to go and play, because the Shrewsbury Biscuit's family friendly. I said to some of the girls, you can listen to it, you know, and they said if you want to play football, don't let anybody stop you. And then more than three, I think I spoke to 3 different parties of girls, and each one said that. I think that's both brilliant and kind of sad to hear that they have that's in their natural organic vocabulary.
Yeah.
Right.
First of all, I'm really pleased that they're coming out with that and speaking to you about that, because it's one of the things, one of our aims as managers is to be role models and to try and encourage girls to play football and make sure that they realise there are no barriers to it. I played football as a youth, and in my day we didn't have girls' football teams. So having 2 daughters myself, I thought it was really important that my girls were given the same opportunity as boys. And that's one thing we're working on with the club, with Up and Comers. Like I say, at the moment we've got over 300 boys that are registered to play within Up and Comers, but we've only got 5 girls teams.
And by the way, can I give a shout out to Up and Comers? My little boy used to go to the Up and Comers, and the coaches there are fantastic. So when we say, there's lots of boys, there's not enough girls, we're not digging at the coaches in any way, shape, or form. They are fantastic at what they do. And if you've got a young kid, boy or girl, and you want to put them into football, Up and Comers, it will always get my high recommendation.
Absolutely, and we've just been accredited with our 3-star FA accreditation. So there's not many clubs in Shropshire that have got that, but you're exactly right. The committee that put in so many hours behind the scenes for Up and Comers, they work tirelessly to ensure boys and girls are given that opportunity in Shrewsbury, and I would absolutely encourage any girl that's interested in playing football to come and approach us. I've got an email address where they can email me and let me know if they're interested, and I can try and sort them out with a team. We are most definitely looking for new teams for next season, particularly under 8 as well. So any parents out there or girls out there that want to start playing football, come and get in contact, and we'll try and get them in a team.
I was chatting to Adam about recruiting players. How's that been for a journey for you?
Yeah,
the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's been great. We started during COVID, and at under 11s we've got 2 teams that are playing for the club at that age group. So it's the only age group we've got 2 teams for. We've got an under 14s team that have just recently won a cup, so they're doing really well at their age group. But last year we held some free sessions. So I went and did some coaching in the local schools, gave up some time to go and do that to try and encourage girls to play football, and then we put on some free sessions, and as a result of those free sessions we've managed to start 3 new teams. So now we've got teams at under 8, under 9, under 10, 2 under 11s and under 14s, but the challenge is to keep those players coming through.
It's nice to see, because when I was watching your training sessions, you had some of the older ones bringing on the younger ones, encouraging them, and I mean there was a bit of competition there as well, which is good, but that element, all of it mixed together, the encouragement and the competition together.
Absolutely.
That's organic in its own right,
Yeah.
It's fantastic to see. What would you say has been the biggest challenge for you, the hardest thing that you've had to do?
Yeah, I suppose the biggest challenge has been probably living up to my own expectations. I put a lot of
Amen, brother.
Yeah, I put a lot of emphasis on trying to be that positive role model for the girls. I don't see it just as being a football coach. I see it as that we're there to be a positive influence in the girls' footballing journey. Really. Recently, we did an event here at the Unison Club, South Unison Club, where we invited.
Yeah, shout out to the Unison Club. Thanks for letting us record it.
Yeah, we invited the Deputy Lord Lieutenant. We had a police chief inspector. We had an RAF warrant officer. We had 2 players from Shrewsbury Town ladies team. We had a referee all come and speak to the girls, all the girls within the club. A real good empowerment event to try and encourage the girls to believe in themselves and to try and realise their potential in life. So I think we're doing really well, but that has been probably the biggest challenge is trying to live up to my own expectations really around making sure we are that role model for the girls.
Well, I think you are. I mean, just speaking to us, I mean, when you hear it back, you'll hear the positive influence you guys are having naturally, both in the sports and who they are as growing up as human beings. Because I mentioned that one of my favourite films of all time is Coach Carter, because a lot of his philosophies wasn't about the basketball. It was all about how they are as students, how they are as men, and it's the same sort of thing, isn't it? Like you said, It's not just all about the sports, it's about having that positive influence. And you guys, what you guys are doing, I know girls' football has been around for a long time, but I feel like with the spurring on of the Lionesses doing what they did, with the inclusion of women's football in like games like FIFA, there is definitely a growth going on now, and you guys seem to be setting out like a solid foundation for going forward with that.
Yeah, absolutely. The Lionesses are a massive inspiration to all the girls. In the Euros, we held a girls' tournament here at the Unison, funnily enough, and we all came back and watched the European Cup final, and the atmosphere in here was better than any atmosphere I'd seen for any men's game during the recent different World Cups. So and it was packed full of women and girls watching the football, which was really good to see. So there is lots of positive influence out there at the moment, and it's growing in the right direction.
What I'd genuinely love to see, I mean, I'm at most home games for the Shrewsbury. We love Shrewsbury amount in our house, and that chemistry, that passion that we see every time we go to see them play. I'd love to see the women's team play on the main pitch with that amount of crowd, with that amount of passion, with that kind of love. I would love to see that from both teams. I mean, I know it's very hard at the moment. It's difficult. I feel like it is going up. It is like raising the trajectory is going up for women's football. It's slow. I mean, how far can this go with women's football?
Well, the Shrewsbury Town ladies have been really, really good with us. Tom, the manager of the ladies team, has been really helpful. He's allowed our girls to be ball retrievers at their matches.
Yeah, they mentioned that. Yeah,
and also they got to the I think it was the cup finals last year, and they played on the main pitch at the Shrewsbury Town ground, and there must have been about 300-400 people there, and it was a really, really good atmosphere. And I echo your comments completely. I think the more times they get to play on there, the more people will come. I do go and watch them fairly regularly on a Sunday on the 3G pitch there,
which is a nice pitch, by the way.
It's lovely. But there's a fairly good crowd there. It's free of charge at the moment, but I too would love to see them play on the main pitch more frequently. And I think as they grow through the leagues, that will hopefully come naturally. Because I know the football club do support them, I believe.
Yeah, absolutely. Events and things. You guys do lots of events. Is there anything that you need from the community of Shrewsbury as far as events are concerned? Like, is there a place where you'd like to go? Is there a company you'd like to work with? Is there anything that we can do as a community to help?
Yeah, most definitely. So it's the 50th anniversary of Up and Comers Football Clubs. They started in 1973, so it's the 50th anniversary this year. So we've got a couple of really big events. We've got the club presentation day, which is on Sunday the 25th of June. That's always a really good day for family and friends, so I'd encourage anyone to come along to that.
Especially if you were playing back in the day, you might see some of your old squad members or coaches and stuff. That'd be quite cool.
Absolutely, and with the men, they've got a real good pathway from under 7s all the way through to an adults team. And again, that's a bit of a vision of ours, is that we'd love to start a ladies team at some point, so the girls have that same pathway. But equally event-wise, we've got our 50th anniversary gala, which is later on in the year at the Shrewsbury Town Football Ground. But mainly, the main support we need, I think, is players to be interested, first of all, so girls that want to play football to approach us, but equally sponsors, people out there, businesses that might want to sponsor girls' football. If they want to get in contact with myself, like I said, I've got an email address which I can give you later on. I can pass them on to team managers. We're always looking for new kit and all sorts of things along those lines, equipment, etc.
How are you for coaches? Do you need any coaches?
Yeah, and we like I say, we can't start any new teams without people volunteering to be coaches. The club, like I've said earlier on, are really supportive. They'll put you through your qualifications and badges. But it's not just the coaches, it's people that help the teams run. Within our team, we've got 3 coaches, but then we've got parents that support us, looking after different things like the money, looking after running the line for us, tuck shops and things like that. So it's and female coaches as well. We've got I think it's about 23 female coaches or committee members within the club at the moment, which is really good, but we're always looking for more. So anyone that's particularly female that's thinking about doing
it, by
across
all age groups.
Yeah, absolutely, including the boys teams. We've got females helping out with the boys teams as well. So don't be shy, step forward and come and speak to us, and we'll sort you out.
Wonderful. So what's your email? You said you want to read that out just so people can get in touch with you.
The email is girlsdevelopment, all one word. So it's girlsdevelopment.upandcomersfc@gmail.com. So girlsdevelopment.upandcomersfc@gmail.com.
So if you've got a young one, you want to get to football, if you want to help out in any way, if you want to sponsor, I know that there are people that listen to this podcast that, businesses and stuff. A few quid goes a long way in things like this. Because how do you deal with equipment, balls, things like that? Did you get funding for that? I mean,
yes, it's the only way we can do it. Really, we do charge parents subscriptions,
of course,
but there's so much that needs to be paid for. There's from players' insurance to pitch fees to referees' fees. We just can't afford to buy kits. So kits we rely on sponsorships for. Equipment we rely on sponsorship for as well. And to be fair to my team, we've been really, really lucky. So with sponsors that have come forward, but not all teams are the same. Some teams struggle to get even a home kit. That's quite sad, really. So, but I mean, we've been quite fortunate. So, if anyone is out there that are interested in helping us out anyway, I can put people in the right contact with the right people.
Well, I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. I mean, you're shaping young minds to go on there on to become the best versions of themselves. And I was saying to Adam, I've spoken to coaches of all kinds, life coaches, sports coaches, business coaches, and I appreciate anybody that take the mind of someone and mold it into something that's positive. It's kind of what we try and do with the Biscuit. Doesn't always work. Sometimes I have my off days, but finding people like yourselves, like Adam, like Jess, and the girls as well I've spoken to today that can inspire and encourage people to want to do better. That's really, really important. So
I completely agree.
Thank you for doing what you do. Have you guys got a social media presence? So can people follow your progress? Or anything?
We haven't as a team, but the Up and Comers certainly have. There's an Up and Comers page. You can ask me for handles and things. I don't know.
Shrewsbury Up and Comers. Just give it a Google, guys. You'll find it. Yeah, well, brilliant, Marv. Thank you so much for inviting me today. It's been really nice. It was nice to meet you at the Mayor's Award as well. It's a different setting, but this has been really nice today. Really
Thanks. I appreciate you coming, and I'm sure the girls all enjoyed it and be glad to listen back and hear them.
Oh, voices. They sounded great. They sounded better than I did anyway, that's for sure. Thank you very much.
No worries, thank you.
Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into that great episode. It was great being outside. Don't get me wrong, I love being inside doing the studio stuff, but it's also great to be out and about with the microphone. Being outside and speaking to people, and I learned a lot as well. I learned a lot from this episode, and those guys, thank you so much for inviting me along. It was really good to be learning about coaching, and I've been doing a lot about that lately. I mean, I think I've referenced this episode before it's even been released. Yeah, I did. I referenced it in Mandy's episode. Learning about how people can transform people's minds and in a positive way and make them into a better version of themselves. It's always positive stuff. I love that. It's great. So thank you so much for tuning into that. If you're listening to the podcast for the very first time, we really do appreciate your support. You can find the Biscuit on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on LinkedIn, and we're on Twitter too. So any supports, any follows, any shares of the podcast, we really do appreciate it. It's all grassroots. It's all very independent. We run this thing very low key, but your support means the absolute world to us. So thank you so much for tuning into this episode, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.